This is the video for routine 100 of the Spot a Word game. It starts out by setting MG to 1478. That's how many five-letter words there are altogether. Then it fills MG values at used word with 0, marking all the words as having not been used. Then it sets SG to the game number. That's going to be used as the seed for the probability distribution. Then it does a reset to all the probability distributions. Then it sets the value of J to 0. And then it starts a loop for I1. And down here's the next I to 200. It's going to get the 200 words for the box. Well, in order to get one, it uses this random number that it generates with this PEC action that says there's MG equally likely words. Here's the seed for the probability distribution, and here it's going to put the value into K. That value of K is going to be from 0 to 1478. The next instruction says if the value there is equal to 1, it means it already found that word and it already is one of the 200 words. So it goes back to AC and says, well, get another one. Well, when it gets one that hasn't been found already, it then sets the word at offset K, the used word value, to 1. So this new word will never be picked again. Then it multiplies K by 6 because in this page D here, they are separated 6 apart because there's a space in the word. It moves the 5 into the mixed word area from page D, adds 5 to J because the next mixed word will be only 5 offset because the words are all together. Then at the end it says do it for 200 times. Well, first let's look at page D. I'm going to go down here, say page text. I want to see page D. Here you see the beginning of the 1478 words. And they're spaced apart, so actually there's 6 offset between each one. Right? Now I'm going to also look at mixed words. Here are the 200 mixed words, and they are not spaced apart. Oh, if I did that, it would be easier to solve the game, wouldn't it? Well, we won't do that. Alright, so that's the end of the loop where it got the mixed words randomly from that list at page D. Then it says it's going to set I to a random value at offset the game number. Remember, that's what's in SG. And then it's going to divide it by 50. And then it's going to save that value in IG. Well, these values in random V go from 0 to 9,999. When divided by 50, you're going to get a number from 0 to 199. That can be an offset to find the word in mixed word here that is the selected word that you're to find. But we know that they are 5 apart. So here it multiplies that index by I and moves that mixed word at offset I into the find word. So now we know which word is to be found. Now we're going to do the part where it sorts the words. It starts out here with this add T, hold 0. Whenever this value is 0, it tells the system to start a new list of things to be sorted. Then it goes a 4, I of 0, to I up to 995, 5 at a time. It's going to go around here 200 times. And each time it goes around, it's going to add another one of the mixed words to the sorted list. Here it says add the one at mixed words plus I, the offset, 5 of them. So it's building a list to be sorted. Then right after it ends that, it says do the sort. When it does the sort, it's going to put the index of which one's first at the beginning of sort index. And then it's going to tell you how many it's sorted. Then the next thing it does, it's going to set K to 0. And for I0, down here to 199, it's going to get the index. Alright, these are going to be values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but not in that order, but in order if the words were sorted. Multiply the J times 5, because in the mixed words they are 5 apart. It's going to move the 5 from the mixed words at plus J to sorted words at K, move 5 of them. But they're going to be 6 apart, so every time it adds 6 to the offset for the sorted words, because they're going to have a space in them. So let's go and see what happened here, the sorted words. We'll go to page text, and we'll go to sorted words. Now you see when the words are sorted, it skips a space between them, because when it shows them on the screen, they're going to be spaced apart. Now I've highlighted the last section of routine 100. Sets the value of x, y to 0, 0. Sets the font to 13. That's the font it uses for the box of 200 words. Then it sets the text no for 5. So this no is 5 spaces long, and it's going to put it on the screen, but actually it's nothing but spaces, so you're not going to see it. But whenever you put something on the screen, you start it at X value, but it will add the width of whatever you put on the screen to the X value. So this next line says the word width is now the value of X, because it would be the new X value minus what it started with, which was 0. So what it's doing is finding out how wide in pixels is a 5-letter word at this font for 13. Then it says set the show X to the index position of the find word. Then mod that with 10, multiply it by that word width. Well, that's how far shifted over it's going to be. Then add the base of 10, because the whole box was shifted to the right 10. Then set the show Y to the index, but now it's going to divide it by 10. Then it multiplies it by 15. That's how tall each row is. Then it adds the offset to the top of the 200 box, 101. And then it has the index for where the white box is supposed to be when it shows you the word. Let's execute the program. Here you see the white box. It figured out what the X position was and the Y position of this white box. Then the things left to do is fill the 5 things that test word with spaces. In other words, it starts the game with the word. Your word that you're testing is just spaces. And then it sets the show sorted to 0 and show answer word to 0, so they're not going to happen. Then it goes home. Well, this is the end of routine 100 for the Spot a Word game.